How's it going, my friends? Welcome back to Crypto Revolution. My name is Freddie Colton, and today I'm going to be discussing an NFT project that is quite newer, but I do think has a really great meaning behind it. It has a doxed owner, and it is really a one-man team behind everything. Again, it's a bit newer, but today we're going to be discussing 19BB, or Byrd Brain NFT. The 19BB experience character Byrd Brain was created to represent people who were told they weren't good enough or smart enough to succeed. Now, one thing that really pulled me in about this project, I know it sounds a little bit silly and self-righteous, but personally, I actually did not have any prenatal care when I was born, or before I was born, I guess, prenatal, right? But that actually did cause me to have quite a lot of learning disabilities growing up. Therefore, I was actually a little bit behind the curve, did actually have to get held back in the day. So I personally have experienced the problem of being told I'm definitely not good enough, definitely not smart enough, and now I feel just absolutely so lucky that all of you have been so supportive, and I've been able to talk about something that I have passion about and really grow my career in a way that people always told me I would never be able to do. Now, that being said, I'm still not smart enough to the point where I could be an accountant or do anything, I guess big-brained or really college-related. I know that sounds silly. College was just not for me. School was never for me, and I was just like the creator of this project, told that, I was never good enough or smart enough. So one thing that really resonated with me was just the meaning behind this. Now, this is actually their OpenSea, where you can see that they've already got some up there to check out. Some of this beautiful artwork, by the way, I definitely would recommend coming to give this a better look if you're interested in this one. I'm personally going to be investing in this project just again out of my love for the openness, really what an artist did to sort of say, hey, I've always been an artist just like myself, I've always been creatively minded, but I was told in school that I was really dumb because I personally just was not good at math or great at taking tests. I was always great at history, did very well in English class, always got an A, but I was told that I was actually dumb or lesser than just because of that, because I was more artistically and creatively minded. Now, on the flip side, I turned that around to every teacher and person who said that, and again, I'm so grateful to do what I do today. But I think that all of us can kind of really relate to the idea of being told we're not good enough, even if you don't have sort of my type of backstory or the backstory of the founder, which we will jump into in a little bit. I think that anyone can relate to the real meaning and the love behind that, and I think that this will also take this project in a positive direction. Now let's look at a little article they've got about themselves. 19BB Experience launches new NFT collection in hopes of inspiring those with disabilities and empowering their NFT holders. And in the realm of disabilities, I don't talk about this much also. I do have something called an essential tremor. It's essentially like diet Parkinson's is what I call it. Essentially it's very similar. I have the very similar sort of shaky, twitchy issues. Now, right now, I'm very comfortable shooting a video. This is something I'm used to, so I'm actually not quite as shaky, but you can kind of see, like I can't hold my hands still. I can't, my fingers. So it's just, that's, again, I'm, technically disabled. I don't love to talk about it in a way of oh, look at me. But that's what really inspired me about this project. So I figure that I can be honest with all of you in this regard. Now, the creation of this NFT, as they mention, for those who face a learning curve or disability, each NFT in this collection is meant to empower its holder by showing them the infinite possibilities of positive thinking on a tangible level. The NFT will give access to giveaways and much more. Now, it's Fort Lauderdale, February 14th, 2022, which coincidentally enough, by the way, that is where I am from. Funny enough, right now I live in South Carolina, born and raised right at Fort Lauderdale, technically Boynton Beach. Boynton Beach is close to Orlando. It's a little nothing town, but I did grow up in the Fort Lauderdale area. Let's just say that. So very fascinating. For those of you who are curious, Winter Park. For anyone from that area, that was my neighborhood. I was adopted and brought into a pretty great place, honestly. So 19BB Experience formally announced the launch of their NFT this week that has already created quite a buzz in the industry. The collection was created to represent people who were told they weren't smart enough or good enough because of their learning curve or disability. The creator himself faced the same trials growing up. Using the term Byrd Brain and putting a positive spin on the term was his way of was his way of taking back the power from a negative phrase. The goal is for everyone to see themselves in the character and embrace their differences. By the way, I think that that's really cool. I actually love that concept as well. Taking back the power of a phrase, I think that's something that people overlook too often, that is something that you can do. If you take that phrase and you make it a joke, for example, my nickname with all of my close friends, and all of you, of course, are my close friends and welcome to call me that when you see me. My friends call me Tommy Trembles. Now, Thomas is my middle name. Tommy is sort of my nickname with some of my close friends, but they call me Tommy Trembles because of my shaking. Now, that's a name that I'm very proud of. I wear as a badge of honor, right? And that's because I've had so many trials going through my life being, called out for the shaking. Oh, are you on drugs? Do you do this, that? And the cool thing is just like, you can't really take back the definition of a bad word, like I've been called as well, right? Like infamous for no good reason, but I'm fine. I'm infamous. Call me what you want. Like, that's fine. I'll go by whatever term you want to go by, and I'll just make it a positive. And that's what I love that they did here. This features a character called Byrd Brain, with over 6,000 unique Byrd Brains, 600, unique Byrd Brains, and new ones being created every day. Holders of the collection receive full access to giveaways and much more. Those who purchase 3 Byrd Brain NFT receive a customized Byrd Brain of themselves. As talk of the pandemic and economy engulfed nearly every aspect of every conversation, it's great for a fun, positive NFT project to surface that will help uplift those who need it the most. It's a creative and unique way for each NFT holder to express their values and individual uniqueness. During a recent press conference, the creator of 19BB Experience, by the way, Richard Reynolds, was quoted as saying, "It is awesome to finally be able to launch this project. Growing up, I was consistently called Byrd Brain, and I know that I'm not the only one. Though this project, I hope that anyone with a learning curve can embrace the term and come to look at it in a positive light. I don't have a huge team here, and and that is intentional. Excuse me. I just want to bring joy to the others through my art. It is very humbling. I feel great that I can bring value to the world of NFT through my experience in life and hope to uplift others that went through or are going through something similar," which I really love. So, it can be found on OpenSea, as we showed you. It's built on Polygon blockchain, so collectors wouldn't have to pay gas fees to purchase any NFT in this collection. Now, I think that's a great. I said would. Excuse me. Make sure to double check that you heard me right. Would not pay gas fees. Excuse my slip up, but keeping that in mind, that is so fascinating. So, it shows so much love, and actually to put it on a different network that you're not paying gas, it's actually harder to do that. So I just want to kind of put it out there. That's actually a very tough thing for them to do. This is their link tree, which you can actually find on their various social medias. Easily enough, Twitter is the quickest one to probably check out, just in my personal opinion. And of course, here's some just of the art as we saw on OpenSea. But my friends, I just wanted to discuss Byrd Brain today. I think that it's a really promising project. I just personally, again, love the positivity, love the idea of taking back the negativity from a phrase like that, and just from negative things like that from when you were younger. As I said, I'm now 26. I put all of those things behind me. I don't ever really fret about those kind of things. Don't get me wrong, I still have like nightmares that I'm just about to not pass a class in school. I don't know if you guys still do those, where it's like, oh my gosh, it's my senior year and I need to pass this test or I'll have to go through school another year. I do those all the time. But that being said, there's a reason that's my nightmare, right? So again, so much love to this project. Just wanted to discuss it. It's not big yet, but I really hope for the fact of the positivity of it. It does get so much bigger. And my friends, that is really all I have to discuss with you today. Thank you very much for coming by Crypto Revolution, though. My name is Freddie Colton. Today we discussed Byrd Brain, or 19BB Experience, if you want to look it up a little easier. I will see you in the next episode.